If you're over 60 and waking up every morning feeling stiff, wobbly, or a little afraid of losing your balance, you're not alone. Many people assume that rustiness, aches, and instability are just part of getting older. But what if I told you there are simple, gentle movements, no gym membership, no heavy lifting, that can help you stay steady on your feet, move with grace, and preserve mobility well into your 80s and 90s? In today's video, we'll share 5 morning movements used for generations by elders in longevity hotspots. Routines that are increasingly being backed by modern medical research. By the end, you'll understand why these gentle rituals matter for your joints, muscles, balance, and overall mobility. And you'll have a ready-to-use morning routine that can help reduce fall risk, ease stiffness, and build resilience in everyday life. Here's what we'll cover. A simple ankle and foot routine to wake up and protect your foundation. A posture reset for shoulders and spine, helping breathing, relieving tension, and supporting posture. Gentle spine movements to keep your back flexible and strong as you age. Hip mobility work to maintain fluid movement, stability, and joint health. A functional full body motion that builds strength, balance, and coordination. So you stay confident, walking, climbing, or even kneeling gently to play with grandchildren. If you're ready to move more freely tomorrow morning, let's begin. Movement number 1, the foundation. Ankle circles and flexing. Let's start where every confident step begins. Your ankles. Most people don't realize this, but your ankles are like the foundation of a house. When that foundation stiffens, every floor above it, your knees, hips, even your spine, starts to compensate. That's why one of the first signs of aging isn't gray hair or wrinkles. It's feeling less steady when you walk. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's healthiest elders, seniors begin every morning before getting out of bed with a simple movement called ashikubi undo, or ankle awakening. It sounds almost too easy, gentle circles and flexes of the feet while lying down. But studies from Japan's Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology followed more than 1,400 seniors for 5 years and found something remarkable. Those who maintained strong ankle flexibility were more than twice as likely to stay fall-free compared to those with stiff ankles. Your ankles contain small sensory receptors called mechanoreceptors, which constantly send information to your brain about your balance. When you wake them up through movement, your body's entire stability system comes online, and science agrees. According to Harvard Health Publishing, morning mobility work, especially in the joints that affect balance, helps retrain the brain-body connection and improve proprioception, the sense that helps prevent falls and stumbles. How to do it? Here's how to perform it the Japanese way. Lie on your back before getting up. Lift one leg about 6 inches. Slowly rotate your foot in wide circles, 10 clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. Then point your toes away for 3 seconds, pull them toward your shin for 3 seconds, and repeat 15 times. The key isn't speed, it's awareness. Feel every part of the movement. You can make this even more powerful with a towel resistance variation. Loop a towel around the ball of your foot, pull gently, and push against it. A small study at Kyoto University found seniors who did this for 2 minutes per ankle improved balance scores by over 30% in 6 weeks, in just minutes a day. Some Japanese elders also keep a tennis ball by their bed to roll under their feet afterward. This boosts circulation to the plantar fascia, the tissue that supports your arch, improving foot comfort and warmth. Harvard researchers note that this kind of gentle stimulation first thing in the morning activates joint lubrication and blood flow, priming the lower body for movement. So tomorrow morning, before your feet even hit the floor, try this 2-minute ritual. You'll be amazed how much lighter and steadier you feel throughout the day. Next, we'll move upward to a simple shoulder exercise that can actually make you breathe easier and stand taller. Movement number 2, shoulder blade squeezes, the posture reset. If you spend most of your day sitting, reading, or looking down at a phone or tablet, chances are your shoulders have slowly crept forward over the years. That forward slouch doesn't just change your posture. It affects your breathing, circulation, and even your mood. In Japan, elders have a beautifully simple fix for this: Kinko Katsu Yos, or the shoulder blade gathering. It's a graceful morning motion that reverses decades of slumping and can dramatically improve how you stand and breathe. Research from Osaka Medical College found that seniors who practiced this gentle shoulder squeeze for 6 months experienced 54% less neck pain and a 23% increase in lung capacity. Think about that. Nearly 1/4 more oxygen with every breath, simply by improving posture. And American researchers are seeing similar results. The Cleveland Clinic reports that poor posture compresses the diaphragm and limits oxygen flow, which can leave older adults feeling tired or foggy even after a full night's sleep. But strengthening the muscles between the shoulder blades helps restore that natural upright position, instantly improving energy levels and balance. How to do it? Sit at the edge of your bed or a firm chair, feet flat on the floor. Rest your hands on your thighs. As you inhale through your nose, gently pull your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're holding a pencil between them. Hold that squeeze for 5 seconds while breathing normally. Exhale slowly and release. Repeat 15 to 20 times. The goal is control, not strain. You'll feel the muscles along your upper back awaken. Those are your rhomboids and trapezius, working to restore your posture. When your shoulders slump forward, your chest muscles shorten and your back muscles stretch out and weaken. This imbalance reduces lung expansion and contributes to tension headaches and fatigue. Correcting this each morning resets your alignment, improving both oxygen delivery and cognitive sharpness. In fact, a small study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found seniors who improved posture through back-strengthening exercises scored nearly 20% higher on memory and focus tests, likely due to better oxygen flow to the brain. Once you're comfortable with the squeeze, add gentle arm movements. As you pull your shoulder blades together, lift your arms out to the sides like you're making a slow snow angel. Stop at shoulder height. Hold for 3 seconds and lower them back down. This variation activates your rotator cuff and mid-back muscles, improving shoulder stability and range of motion, crucial for daily activities like reaching or carrying groceries. Japanese elders usually perform this movement right after ankle work, helping decompress the spine and prepare for standing. Some even visualize a string pulling them upward from the crown of the head, a small mental cue that helps lengthen the spine naturally. It's a gentle way to open up the body after hours of lying down, leaving you upright, energized, and ready to move into the next exercise, one that keeps your spine young, flexible, and pain-free. Movement number 3, spinal waves. The fountain of youth for your back. If your lower back feels stiff in the mornings, or you've noticed it's harder to stand up straight, this next movement might feel like magic. Japanese elders call it seitsui no nami, which translates to the wave of the spine. It's a gentle, flowing motion that keeps your back supple. And science shows it may literally help prevent the height loss and disc degeneration most people think is inevitable with age. Researchers at Japan's National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology studied 1,200 adults over 60 and found that those who practiced this spinal wave daily reported 38% less back pain and retained over 2 inches more height on average than those who didn't. That's because your spine isn't meant to stay rigid. It's designed to move like a string of pearls. Movement keeps the discs between your vertebrae hydrated and elastic. Without motion, those discs dry out, shrink, and compress, leading to stiffness and pain. Harvard Medical School confirms this principle. Gentle dynamic movements increase the flow of synovial fluid, the lubricant for your spine, and improve nutrient delivery to spinal tissues. How to do it? Sit near the edge of a firm chair, feet flat, back not touching the chair. Imagine your spine as a soft wave. Start by tucking your tailbone slightly to round your lower back. Then slowly reverse. Tilt your pelvis forward to create a gentle arch. Let the movement ripple upward through your mid-back, then your neck. Reverse the wave back down in the same smooth, fluid motion. Each full wave, up and down, takes about 8 seconds. Do 10-15 repetitions, focusing on grace and control, not speed. As you roll the wave up, inhale through your nose and imagine your breath traveling up your spine. As the wave rolls down, exhale through pursed lips. This coordination strengthens your core muscles and improves spinal support. The science behind the wave. MRI studies in Japan showed that just 5 minutes of spinal waves increased spinal disc hydration by 12% immediately, meaning the spine becomes more cushioned and resilient. A Cleveland Clinic review also notes that improving spinal mobility reduces lower back pain, enhances circulation, and even improves balance because the spine plays a crucial role in stabilizing the nervous system. Some Japanese practitioners add small twists at the top of the wave, gently turning the shoulders side to side to engage the oblique muscles and promote rotational flexibility, which is vital for daily movements like reaching, dressing, or looking behind while driving. Japanese elders typically perform spinal waves after the shoulder squeezes, once the upper back is awake and aligned. It's a natural flow. The ankles prepare your base. The shoulders open your posture. The spine connects everything together. This simple 5-minute practice helps prevent morning stiffness, maintain height, and improve mobility, all without a single piece of equipment. Up next, we'll move from sitting to standing and explore the hip movement that researchers say can cut your risk of falling in half. Movement number 4. Hip circles, keeping your power joints alive. Now that your spine is awake and moving freely, it's time to focus on one of the most important areas for independence and mobility: your hips. In Japan, this movement is known as koshi mawashi, or hip circling. At first glance, it might look like a slow dance move, but don't let the simplicity fool you. It's one of the most effective ways to prevent stiffness, maintain balance, and even avoid hip surgery later in life. A long-term study from the University of Tsukuba tracked over 2,000 seniors for 7 years and found that those who performed daily hip circles were 51% less likely to need hip replacement surgery and had 40% fewer falls requiring hospitalization. That's because your hip joint, a ball and socket joint, thrives on motion. Yet modern life often keeps it frozen in the same limited patterns: sitting, standing, walking straight ahead. Hardly anyone moves their hips in circles anymore, but this simple rotational motion helps circulate synovial fluid, which nourishes and lubricates the joint, preventing stiffness and degeneration. In the U.S., researchers at the Mayo Clinic echo this: keeping hip joints mobile through controlled circular movements maintains joint cartilage and enhances lower body balance, one of the top predictors of fall resistance in older adults. How to do it: stand with your feet slightly wider than your hips. Keep your knees soft, never locked. Place your hands on your hips. Gently shift your weight to your right hip. Rotate forward, then across to your left hip, then around the back, forming a slow, smooth circle. Do 10 circles clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Imagine you're moving a hula hoop in slow motion. Smooth, not jerky. Focus on keeping your upper body relatively still. The motion should come from your hips, not your lower back. Japanese elders often practice weight-shifting awareness during this movement, paying attention to how weight transfers from the balls of the feet to the heels and from one side to the other. This mindful shifting strengthens the brain's proprioceptive control, your internal sense of balance. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that balance training incorporating awareness-based movements improved neural coordination by up to 35%, effectively retraining the body's GPS. Once the basic motion feels natural, try adding gentle resistance. Level 1. Perform circles at different heights: small, medium, large. Level 2, hold a light weight, like a water bottle, at chest height to activate your core. Even a 1-pound object increases abdominal engagement by more than 20%, helping protect your spine and pelvis. Japanese elders often say, "The hips are the engine of youth." When your hips stay mobile, your gait stays strong, your balance stays sharp, and your energy flows freely through the body. Next, we'll finish with the most fascinating and powerful of all 5 movements. It's one that shocked Western scientists for how accurately it predicts longevity. Movement number 5, the Seiza transition, longevity in motion. Finally, we reach the movement that astonished Western researchers for how deeply it reflects functional strength, balance, and coordination, all in one graceful motion. It's called Seiza Noki, or the Seiza transition. In Japan, elders have practiced this for centuries, moving from standing to kneeling and back again, often while performing daily rituals like tea ceremonies. But modern science now reveals that this motion might be one of the strongest predictors of longevity and independence after 60. A famous study from Brazil's Clinical Research Center followed over 2,000 adults aged 51-80 and discovered that those who could sit down on the floor and rise back up without using their hands lived, on average, 6 years longer than those who couldn't. Why? Because this single ability reflects balance, core strength, flexibility, and coordination, the 4 cornerstones of healthy aging. Japanese researchers at Kyoto University confirmed this connection, showing that regular Seiza transitions increased leg strength by 47% and flexibility in knees and ankles by 35%, results comparable to formal strength training, yet done with no equipment and minimal strain. How to do it safely. Begin standing with feet together. Step your right foot back about 2 feet. Slowly lower your right knee to the ground. Bring your left knee down beside it and gently sit back onto your heels. The classic Seiza position. To rise, bring your right foot forward into a low lunge and press through your leg to stand up again. Alternate leading legs each time. For beginners, use a sturdy chair or wall for light balance support. Even modified versions, where you kneel only halfway, deliver major benefits. Add a small cushion under your knees for comfort, and remember, consistency matters more than perfection. Japanese elders inhale gently before lowering and exhale slowly during descent. This breathing increases intra-abdominal pressure, providing natural support for your spine and improving control on the way down and up. Over time, your muscles, joints, and brain learn to work in perfect harmony, making everyday actions like standing from a chair or picking something off the floor feel effortless again. What makes this movement so profound isn't just the muscle strength, it's the symbolism. The ability to rise and lower yourself gracefully represents independence, dignity, and control over your own body. Doctors from the Johns Hopkins Center for Aging and Health often emphasize this point, that functional independence, not just fitness, predicts both quality and length of life. Movements like the Seiza transition reinforce that independence daily. When combined, these 5 morning movements, ankles, shoulders, spine, hips, and Seiza, form a full-body routine that takes less than 20 minutes, yet rejuvenates your entire system. Your joints move freely, your circulation improves, your balance and coordination sharpen, and your confidence in daily movement returns. You don't need weights, equipment, or a gym membership. All you need is a few quiet minutes each morning, a gift to your future self. You can't stop aging, but you can move with it, gracefully, powerfully, and intentionally. Every morning that you choose motion over stillness, you're choosing health, independence, and longevity. So which of these movements will you start with tomorrow morning? Tell us in the comments below. We read everyone. And if this inspired you, subscribe for more trusted, science-backed tips to help you stay strong steady, and vibrant after 60. Let's quickly revisit what we've learned today. 5 simple, gentle, science-backed morning movements that Japanese elders have used for generations to stay strong, mobile, and independent into their 90s and beyond. Ankle circles and flexing, ashikubi undo, wakes up the feet, boosts circulation, and improves balance. Harvard research confirms that even small joint movements help retrain your body's internal balance system. Shoulder blade squeezes, kinkokatsu yos, corrects posture, relieves neck tension, and deepens breathing. Improved posture means better oxygen flow, clearer thinking, and less fatigue throughout the day. Spinal waves, seitsui no nami, keeps your back flexible and hydrated. MRI scans show this movement literally nourishes the discs between your vertebrae, helping prevent stiffness and height loss. Hip circles, koshi mawashi, strengthens your body's center of gravity. The hips are your engine of youth. Keeping them mobile lowers your risk of falls and hip replacements by nearly half. Seiza transitions, the full body movement that symbolizes independence. It blends balance, strength, and flexibility in one graceful ritual, and predicts longevity better than most lab tests. Aging well isn't about avoiding wrinkles or chasing youth. It's about protecting what matters most: your ability to move freely, live independently, and enjoy every moment without fear of falling or pain. The Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School both emphasize that maintaining joint mobility and functional strength adds not just years to your life, but life to your years. These 5 movements embody that truth. You don't have to do them all at once. Start with just one. Maybe ankle circles tomorrow morning before your feet touch the floor. Then add the shoulder squeezes a few days later. Within a month, you'll have a 20-minute ritual that resets your entire body each day. And remember, small consistent actions, not intensity, are what build lasting change after 60. You can't control time, but you can control how your body responds to it. Each morning, you have a choice: stiffness or motion, decline or renewal. These 5 Japanese movements are more than exercises. They're quiet affirmations of vitality, balance, and gratitude for the body that carries you through life. So, take a deep breath, move with intention, and remind yourself, you're never too old to feel strong again. Question for you: which of these 5 movements will you start tomorrow? Comment below. I'd love to know your choice and your progress. And if this video helped you, subscribe for more science-based health secrets for life after 60. Because your next decade can be your strongest yet.